from the devil or chasing cash, cause I'm chasing cash, pedal fast. I would drive, run no BMX bike to the bag, nigga.
Yes. Friday. This is Rasta B. You are tuned in, plugged in, and your eyes are open to In Black America Radio. Today's topic, this is the Black Woman Appreci Love Ya show. We don't Appreci hate ya. We Appreci love ya. And today we're going to just give some love to the Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Following a lot of these, conscious channels, YouTube, listening to a lot of the Black women talk when they do get to speak. The number one thing that I always hear is that, how we act verbally by saying the Black woman is God, the Black woman must be protected, we must uplift the Black woman, but in our actions, we don't show that. You see what I'm saying? So they feel let down. It's not right to put that, to give that woman a pedestal that she cannot achieve and constantly make her feel like she ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So what I decided, I said, you know what? Spoke to Smoke. I said, I think Friday's show we should do a show dedicated to that Black woman. And especially, since we do have the whole Tommy Sotomayor versus Polite debate coming up. And, I'm pretty sure that from now until then, Black women would hear a nice of insults and disrespect shot towards them from Black men. So I just feel like, there should be a program or there should be a show where the Black woman can listen to the Black man as he speak on the qualities she has that he appreciates and her movements and her the way she operates, This show is not going to be focused on sex. It's not going to be focused her physical body and nothing like that. We know she's attractive. We know sexually she's satisfying, but she's more than that, So we know those. You can listen to other shows and listen to that. But in this one, we're going to talk about higher stuff about her. And but before we talk about that, I got to bring my man Smoke in. So Smoke, you there?
Yeah. What up? No respect on my man. What up, boy?
Shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We had to open the show up with my boy Troy Ave. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I didn't even realize Troy Ave get all that damn hate. I'm like, where the fuck will this hate come from? So it ain't just gonna be the Black woman that people love yourself. It's gonna be love Troy Ave too, because these suckers out here, man. These are some suckers out here, And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So let me just say this before we get it. Yeah, and I don't even get it. But, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, if nobody else get arrested, and all this shit just falls on Troy, them niggas police, straight up. I will say that. Them niggas police. And that's the best way to find out if police is in your center is when you niggas doing dirt, but only one person getting caught. It's 5 niggas doing dirt, but only one nigga getting indicted. Yeah, 4 of y'all niggas police. Y'all check out Blow.
No, that go.
Johnny Depp's Blow.
The whole situation, man, like how they was opening and closing it. When normally that ain't really the case with police. Police trying to get everything. They trying to get everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Or we put pressure on your grandmother, your son, your dog. They try to put pressure on everybody. They was trying to close the case before it even really got investigated. Like, y'all got the story in one day. Y'all got everything. Like, come on.
The nigga said, yo, we got the case. Gangsta rap, Troy Ave and Mano, Brownsville Bed-Stuy beef, Troy Ave shot his man and shot himself in the leg. The end. Said what? Nigga, I'm like, nigga, if this dude did that like that shit sound crazy as shit. Like he had something laced in his weed or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
That's why I was sad at first, because it's like you hearing the narrative and you see the damn video, you like, what the fuck is this nigga thinking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it's like, you know, as everything, information start coming out, people start talking or whatever the case is, and you know, it just shed a different light on it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, once you see how...
You see what I'm saying? I want the nigga to win. So, I'm just saying, so that's my shit. I want the nigga to win. I'm saying all these niggas and all this, whatever. Anyway, let's get into the regular routine. It's Friday. How was your week?
You already know. Another week, working, man. Same old. I did have some, I wouldn't say good luck, but you know what I'm saying? I had the little chips fall in place for me at work or whatever. You know what I mean? Trying to get this next position. So, you know, that's falling into place. You know, I got an interview coming up, so, you know, we'll see how that goes or whatever. But, I mean, it's been a decent week. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side of things, I'm dealing with the insurance company with my car accident and all that. So that's like, you know what I mean? You know, so as usual, I probably said this last week or last question. It was up and down, you know what I mean? Nice little black man. But, you know, no complaints. Keeping it pushing.
Man, well, that's crazy. Yeah, me? Man, I was looking for my little, I was looking for this goddamn eagle that's supposed to have flied. But they never touched down and stuff. So I had to fucking, had a goddamn, you know what I'm saying, send out some more smoke signals and shit to figure out what that's about. Then I found out that the goddamn eagle is going to be taking flight soon, you know what I'm saying? So, so I'm going to have to wait for that motherfucker to come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's that. I can't wait till that bitch now. But I know what, though. So let me ask you this. We got a lot of shit going on with this Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? He clinched it. He got his 1-2 thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I'm going to let everybody know, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to who I think going to win this election, I think Trump is going to win. Trump's the man. Yeah. Fuck y'all. I'm telling y'all what I think. I'm not telling y'all. I'm not telling you.
Rob is a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter.
I'm not support Trump.
You're
breaking up,
son. You're breaking up.
All right, my bad. Yeah, I'm not saying that I support Trump. What I'm saying is I know who gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I told you King Simon, he have the he did the numerology. And in his numerology, he said that all of the shit shows all of this shit shows that Hillary gonna win. And he had his breakdown of why he said Hillary gonna win. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I respect the brother, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I have my reason why I say
I ain't
Trump
even see that King Simon joint.
Oh, yeah. It was a video. I can't remember who video it was, but if I was to roll the dice and bet on it, I would put it on Brother Rich's channel. I think Brother Rich's channel is what? Black Magic.
Yeah, Black Magic. Something like that. If you're talking Black Magic with a K, he gonna come out.
Yeah, you can do it in front of me, yeah, but it's on the Brother Rich channel, right? So I'm checking out Brother Rich's channel, and what the hell's going on with my damn computer? Yeah, I know it's running slow. Stop the script. Right, so I'm looking at Brother Rich's channel, and I seen King Simon. His name King Simon? Is it King Simon? Cause I don't want to give no. You said King Simon, and then it's like that's not even his name. I'm like, what was saying King Simon?
Okay.
But he was doing the numerology. And I remember I told you prior to that, I was saying the only thing about guys who be saying they can predict the future, they never want to tell you what shit's going to happen before. They always want to show you how whatever happened, why it happened or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So then I seen the video King Simon was doing the numerology, and he breaking it down why he think Hillary going to win. And then, like I said, I laughed because he's like, Hillary! And I'm like, all right. But so I just figured he must be a Hillary supporter. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, a lot of times when you're in Brooklyn and shit like that, I don't know if he have a man in his house or nothing like that. He probably grew up with a lot of women and shit like that. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? The influence of who you're going to pick Hillary, because if you grew up in a matrilineal society where there might be a few men there, but not a lot. Maybe King Simon didn't grow up with his father. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of women in his family, a lot of aunties, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Then in his ear, he's always going to hear the Hillary push, especially in that West Indian community, because the West Indians are followers. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a shot. There ain't no shot fire, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about West Indians that live on the island. I don't know. I'm talking about the West Indians that's here in America. They followers. So if y'all West Indians on the island, if y'all don't know, these niggas come to America and they sell out.
What's a shot?
Yo, I'm trying to get to that shit, yo. These niggas come down here. These West Indians come to America, boy, and these niggas, they sell out, my nigga. I'm letting y'all know that. So all y'all West Indians, all y'all rude boys, all y'all yardies, all y'all Trinis and Bajans and this ones and that ones, Cubanos, all my Brazilians, all my people out there, when y'all people come to, all my Africans, definitely y'all. Boy, y'all some sellouts, boy. Let me tell you, yo, when y'all, I don't know if y'all act when y'all in your own country, but boy, dudes come over here to America, they change. They are some sellout, boot-licking, ass-kissing, white man loving. Yo, it is a shame. Let me tell you. Let me do something about the Trinis, right? Cause my father, he's Trinidadian, right? So this is like my early 20s. This is when I was doing my thing out there in the atmosphere, in the community. Trying to live, you know what I'm saying? So I used to always like to have my little meetings and shit in this little Trinidadian spot. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit there, I'll eat, you know what I'm saying? I think at the time I was throwing a party, promoting a party or whatever, so I'm sitting down and shit. I got my boys and shit over there. We all eating and shit. But every time, every weekend I used to go over there and get some food. Every weekend I go and order food from over there. Damn, I always ask them for a fork and a knife. Fork and napkin. Every time. You would think this is a restaurant. You would give me this shit. Every time I have to act. I'm talking about I'm sitting down to eat. As soon as it's time to eat, I got to be like, yo, what the fuck is my fork and knife? Now, there might be some Chinese laughing saying, fork and knife, da, 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 da. Listen. Hey. Yo, I just thought about it, fork and knife. Yeah. But to me, it's just respect. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Sometimes I like to keep some of my roti skin so I can, you know what I'm saying, eat it by itself. I don't want to eat all of my roti skin up while I'm eating my food. I'm different like that, I guess. I don't know. But, the end. So one day, I started to get some food. I went through this shit with this dude already. Damn. So I'm eating. I noticed a white couple come in and get the food. They're leaving. Right? They go, excuse me. The white people turn around. Yes? Did I give you a fork and a napkin? The lady looks behind her back. He says, yes, you gave it to me. I'm looking like, are you serious? I go here every weekend. And y'all don't give me no fork and no napkin. But then the white people come in there, not only did you give them the fork and the napkin, you wanted to make sure they had it before they left. So that's how a lot of y'all act once y'all get here to the States. You know what I'm saying?
Black Americans too.
Well, Black Americans, so we're gonna act where we at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's for Black Americans, but I mean, we act how we act because we already dipped in the poison. You know that. I had to tell that shit to an African before because it was like, oh yeah, because Black Americans is this and Black Americans is that. You gotta understand. You know what? I'm not even gonna just put it just on Africans. I'm gonna put on all of y'all Black people outside of America. Let me tell y'all stupid asses something. When you come to America, you a nigga. They don't care about your nationality. When you first come, your first generation, when you come over here, you can play that nationality game. And if you don't believe me, you can listen to our previous shows in Black America because all of our shows, don't look at the title and get it twisted. Every one of our goddamn shows, we drop the knowledge, science, and we drop the information on here that you can go back and look for yourself. We ain't got no hidden agenda, so there's no way I'm trying to sway you. It's just putting the information out there. You dig what I'm saying? So if you Google the the Negro laws of South Carolina, if you Google that and you read that, you're going to understand that they'll respect your little bullshit-ass nationalities now. But when you have children, all of that shit change. And your child is going to be a nigga and going to be treated as a nigga. So instead of you coming over here to America trying to shit on Black Americans, act like you better than Black Americans, understand that as long as your West Indian ass and your West Indian ass, or your African ass and your African ass, I'm talking about man and woman, your Black Latino ass, man and woman, your Black European ass, man and woman, and all over, when you have a baby, unless you say you're not going to have a baby in America, when you have a baby in America, that baby is a nigga. Straight up. And if you teach this child your so-called culture and your so-called ways, when you die, you better hope that child have the power to defend your nationality. Because if that child is weaker than you, his child would be the nigga. But regardless, you cannot escape from this. So instead of you fighting against and exploiting Black Americans when you come over here and turning your nose up to black Americans when you come up here. You should work with the black Americans. Learn from them what the fuck white supremacy is, and this white inferiority complex is, and what this white racism system is. Learn that from the black Americans. Learn the rules of the land that you're in. And in return, you can benefit off of the skills you have with working with other black people to build these economies like Marcus Garvey did, so we can move forward as a people and be strong politically. What I noticed is black people will come into this country and then y'all idiots, y'all fucking idiots, click up into these stupid-ass small pockets against a whole white regime. And that shit is not going to work. You cannot be Caribbean American and think you're going to fight this white system. You cannot be a black Latino, and when you seeing everybody talking about Latinos, and your black ass thinking you Latino, no. You're going to find out real quick when the Latinos get in power, there will be a racial structure where the lighter you are, the higher you are, the darker you are, the lower you are. And then you're going to be just like in the regular American system again, just speaking Spanish instead of broken English. You'll be speaking broken Spanish. So niggas need to open their eyes up, man, and stop being on that bullshit and really understand that together we turn into a unit. Yeah, together we turn into a unit, and together we can knock this shit down. Yeah, I didn't even mean to get into the rap, but it's just like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? I just thought about that.
Speak, brother. Speak, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. Because at the end of the day, we'll sit here and we want to click up against each other instead of clicking up for. So you want to build a little on the story about the black kid who died of asthma, running from the crackers on Staten Island.
Yeah, the young boy, Daisha McKenzie, you know, of course he's black, you know what I'm saying, from Staten Island. And, you know, I was, you know, the story's been out there, you know, pretty much he was getting chased down by what they're deeming a racist crew who had a gun. So, you know, they were armed, and they was chasing the young boy who was solo. And, you know, he ended up, you know, pretty much dying while running away, you know, running for his life pretty much. So, you know what I mean? So, I was, you know, just reading from the Daily News, Daisha McKenzie died while running for his life. The black Staten Island teen fleeing what witnesses described as mostly white crew shouting racial epithets and waving a gun. Collapsed and died last week from an asthma attack. And his mother...
Keep it. That's not an asthma attack he died from. They telling you he died from an asthma attack. That boy ain't died from an asthma attack. He died from fear. You see what I'm saying? You running from your life. You running for your life. That's what that boy died from.
So they're saying that the you know, it was basically a feud over, pretty much over a chick. You know what I'm saying, between him, you know, McKenzie and somebody from the group, which they not named. So you know, they're pretty much, the story is pretty much these pieces that they're getting in the story is coming from you know, witnesses, quote unquote. You know what I mean? And so one of the witnesses, he pretty much heard one person say that he got a gun. And so this was around 4 p.m. in the daytime. So pretty much it's broad daylight. And so this kid is getting chased down by a group of white crazy motherfuckers or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with a gun.
No,
and
that's
so nobody else.
What it is. No. He was chased down by a group of white thugs. Let's call them what they are. Just like what they'll call us. They ain't nothing but a group of white thugs chased down this black boy.
Like, the issue, like, they're talking to, like, people who witnessing this shit. So nobody's helping them. You know what I'm saying? This is just a kid, he out on the island by himself with a bunch of motherfuckers chasing him. And so, you know, they was saying that, you know, nigga, I'm going to shoot you. You know, things of that the average shit you would hear, you know, that if you could imagine a bunch of motherfuckers chasing you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
average shit you'll hear in a rap album.
Crazy. And so, you know, it was, you know, just detailing how, you know, he was spreading behind houses and, you know, doing shit like this, and they were still pursuing him. And, you know, this was all over, you know, what they're saying is a, you know, a girl situation, you know what I'm saying? And so, again, you know, in the past we've talked about protecting our children, you know, establishing code, and you know, things like that shouldn't be happening on our watch, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad situation for a young boy to even have to, you know, pass away like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's becoming a daily story with us. You know, you turn on the TV, you get your phone out or whatever, and you seeing women and kids dying, man, at the hands of police, at the hands of motherfucking lunatics that don't look like us. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know, as men, we got to step it up. You know what I'm saying? Because shit like this shouldn't be happening to our kids. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really just sad. You know what I mean? That we live in it. That, you know, our kids have to be subject to that, and that's something that we have to change if we're gonna have another 20, 30 years pass and we see what we call as progress. We have to protect the children. We got to protect the women. So, you know, as men, we got to be more soldiers. I'm telling black people right now,
Trump is going to be president. So what y'all going to do? Straight up. Who you think going to win this whole president thing, Smoke?
I mean, I think Hillary's going to win. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, before I even get into it, I'll regardless of who the damn president is, we need to be having one thing, and you know, we need to have common causes in mind when it comes to black people worldwide. You know what I'm saying? But especially here. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of who's there, it ain't gonna change the circumstances that much for us. So, you know, it ain't the time to really think, oh, if Hillary becomes president, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Now, my opinion with Hillary is really just based on the vibe to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like anything I would point to that I read, or I like Hillary better, or, you know, she's married to Bill Clinton, like, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, because we spoke on this earlier or whatever. You know, I really just think that once she's going to beat Bernie Sanders. I mean, I think we both agree that, you know, majority of people expect that at some point Bernie Sanders is going to sit his ass down. And so it's going to be a Trump, you know, Clinton face-off, you know what I'm saying? Just personally looking at the black community, it ain't so much that they are pro-Hillary, even though we see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. We have a bunch of women out there. We have a bunch of people that love that Hillary, that's going to vote for Hillary. But it's more of an anti-Trump theme than so much pro-Hillary. You know what I'm saying? And I think in my opinion, once we have those two finalists, you know what I'm saying, once they come to the face-off, it'll be more people who may have not voted who say, I don't want fucking Trump in here. And so I think that, you know, like how when Barack came out, we had the outpouring of more voters coming out, a focus on people to vote. I think people with that in mind now, you know, people out more. There's more people now more focused on voting and shit like that. Not as much as we should, but more. And so I think just with that vibe, people are gonna just vote for Hillary so that Trump doesn't get in office, and that will really just be my logic on it. But at the end of the day, I feel like we still should be having the same course of action or trying to develop, something. You know what I mean? Starting with a code of conduct for the people. You know what I'm saying? And working from there. It's our.
No, I agree with you on that. See, me, I look at it like this. I say Trump is going to win it. And I've been saying Trump was going to win it for since forever. You know what I'm saying? When it was mad,
right.
When people were still laughing at Trump. And the thing that made me say that, Trump is going to win is when I heard Trump say, if I don't get the nomination, I'm going to run as an independent. When he said that, I said, oh, he ain't trying to lose. So when I kept hearing black people kept saying, oh, that's a joke. Oh, we're laughing. The people is laughing at Trump. The American people is not that dumb. They're not going to. When I kept hearing black people say that, I said, wow, we are so unprepared, yo. We have no fucking idea what's going on in this country. We have no idea the history of this country. The history of the country, United States was majority down with the Ku Klux Klan. The Ku Klux Klan was part of the Democratic Party. That the Ku Klux Klan was the Democratic Party. The majority of the United States was card-carrying members of the Ku Klux Klan. These is white people. The Republican Party was developed, and we clinged on to the Republican Party. That was the party to fight against the Democrats. You see what I'm saying? The black man got the right to vote in this country before the white woman was able to vote in this country. Now, the white man then passed law to stop the black man from voting, because we had the right to vote since 18-something. 1960, you can do the math to show you how much of a goddamn shame that was. We started to get laws passed to guarantee our vote and to make sure that there was no tricks being played to hinder us, intimidation to stop us from voting. So, a quick sidebar, when you hear people say that if we don't sign that the Voters' Right Act, we're going to lose our rights to vote, that's a fucking lie. We have the rights to vote. We always have the rights to vote constitutionally. We have amendments that protect our vote constitutionally. So don't ever have nobody make you feel like your vote can ever be taken away. These crackers have no power over you. What they're doing is they'll pass laws to hinder you from voting, or they'll pass niggas, especially in the conscious community, to keep pumping in your head that your vote don't count, so it doesn't make sense to vote. That's another tactic to stop you from voting. That's the only power these crackers have on you when it comes to voting, is to play games to stop you from voting. Only thing that is. That's it. You see what I'm saying? The black man had the right to vote. The white man had a right to vote. The white woman did not have a right to vote. The white woman did not have no rights. The black woman had more rights in this goddamn country than the white woman. We keep thinking that the white woman had more rights because the white man would use her to kill us. So then we'll think, oh, the white woman, he hold her to a high standard. No, he don't.
I don't know.
No, he don't.
First slave.
Yeah, He don't care about that white woman. So when Barack become president, after all these white men was president, and then Barack is president, a half-breed, then we turn around and say this silly-ass shit, well, a woman got to be next. A woman got to be next. That's not how voting works, my nigga. That's not how voting works. For a woman, I mean, like I said, they gave the rights to a black man to vote before the rights to the white woman to vote. So they'll let the black man be president before he allowed a white woman to be president. That white man always been in competition with the white woman. He just now taught us black people to compete against the black woman and the black woman to compete against the black man. That's something we just learned in the last 20 years. But they've always competed against each other. They're the ones that introduced it, men is from Mars and women is from Venus. They're the ones that introduced gender war. They introduced all that weird shit to us. We've never went to war with our women. We're just doing that dumb shit now. So the point of saying all of that is
fucked up.
Exactly. Because instead of motherfuckers working together, we're working against each other in the same house. So this man and this woman is together. They both working together to pay bills off and shit. But the woman is hating on the man, and the man is hating on the woman, and the woman is hiding money from him, and he's hiding money from her, and she ain't letting him know about things and he ain't letting her know. But they live in the same fucking house and got children. You know what I'm saying?
Destroying themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Destroying themselves. All why? Because we're poisoned following his white man ideology. That's his ideology. But guess what?
Yeah, I never saw the point of being around a motherfucker.
Wait, I just wanted to stick with the point. So he don't care about the white woman, so he ain't gonna make that white woman the goddamn president. Now let's get into Democrat and Republican. And the Republicans. I am to go back to Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan's a Republican. I believe prior to Ronald Reagan, damn, was that Nixon or Jimmy Carter? Was it Nixon? No, Nixon was the.
Yeah, I had to look. It is look it up.
Nixon was the 70s? Well, you can give me the math on that, but to let me know if that was a Republican or Democrat before Reagan, right? Reagan was a Republican. We know that, right? Reagan had, 2 years. The next president after that was George Bush the first, 1 year. Then came Clinton. What happened?
No, I was just saying term. Not yet.
Oh, who was it? What year?
You said before Reagan
did you find out
Jimmy Carter was before.
It was Jimmy Carter.
Yeah,
He was a Democrat, right? Two-time Democrat, right? Okay, let's go that far. Two-term Democrat, Jimmy Carter. Then come Reagan, two-term Reagan, right? Then one-term Bush, the father. Then came two-term Clinton, Democrat. Clinton had us in a surplus. Clinton had the damn economy popping, right? But guess what? Did they get another Democrat in? No. They had brought in a Republican, George Bush, 2 terms. After George Bush, we get a Democrat, 2 terms. Barack. What is the pattern that I'm just showing? So they teach you this in school, right, Smoke? What is the pattern? 2 apples, 1 banana. 2 apples, 1 banana. What's the next one, kids? The next one. So that's why I say Trump is going to win. I'm looking at the Democratic versus Republican pattern, and that shows that a Republican is going to come next. I'm looking at this white man versus white woman situation, And he don't give a fuck about his
There haven't been two Democrats back to back since the 30s through the 50s with Roosevelt and Truman. Everything else is John F. Kennedy and Lyndon B. That was put together.
Listen. During that time, that's when the Democrats was the Ku Klux Klan. You dig what I'm saying? That's when the Democrats was right. I was saying that's the time when they was the Ku Klux Klan. So that was the majority of the United States. That's why the Democrats was able to go back to back. You see what I'm saying? We're not looking at history. We're not looking at history. Now them same racist crackers switched over to the Republican side. After Lyndon Johnson, they switched over to the Republican side. That's why I know these Republicans are going to go next. The white man, he ain't got no power. That's why he's trying to big up his chest. So that's why I say that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, time will tell. I might be wrong. I might be right.
That's always the case. You know what I'm saying? Time will tell and shit. But I mean, when you looking at, I mean, because history, you can't fight history. So it's like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? What you know what you basing it on is like you can't argue against that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So.
And I ain't no Hebrew.
Looking at old.
No, if I'm wrong. I ain't gonna try to bend no rules. There ain't no more.
Yeah, you might be looking at old Donald up in the big house. You know what I'm saying? Up in the White House.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. That's what we're gonna see. And it's just funny and shit. Listen
I do. You know what I'm saying? I do say this. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe that's the spark that niggas need. You know what I'm saying? That little fear that they need. You know what I'm saying?
We need
that
that
maybe.
spark.
You know what I'm saying? Because the overall theme is fuck Donald Trump. We don't want to see this cat in here. And people, you know, the talk, the vibe of it is like shit gonna drastically change if he come into office. So maybe we'll get up off our ass and stop killing each other, start working together, stop hating on the Africans, stop hating on the fucking West Indians, stop hating on everybody that's black, and start working together and stop being on
like
this bullshit. Because
like it used to be. Because that's how it used to be. Maybe I'm naive because I grew up in a West Indian community. You see what I'm saying? And I grew up in a pro-black Pan-African community because I was born on Flatbush or Clarkston area. You know what I mean? Clarkston between Flatbush and Bedford.
Yeah, but see,
no, I'm just saying I was around West Indians. So when I'm seeing black Americans, I'm like, nigga, we all black. It wasn't until I got to the black American side that I hear black Americans say they're different.
We ain't even gotta have the kumbaya shit. Not saying you saying that, but like we ain't gotta. It ain't gotta be you know, everybody holding hands and doing shit like that. Nah. Just like get rid of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. It shouldn't be. And I always say this shit. As a black man, I should be able to walk in any black community with whatever on I want to wear, go wherever I want to go. As long as I'm respected, it shouldn't be no problem as a black man. Period.
For black people, we need to judge each other by the color of the skin. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Judge each other by the color of our skin. As soon as you see a black person, you're supposed to be like, it's a brother. Right. Before you even meet him, you should already have a smile. What's going on, brother? You know what I'm saying? Before you even, because that's a black man. You should already judge me by the goddamn color of my skin. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Shit. When we're talking about black people in the black community, that's how we do black love. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to sit there and be like, we see a black man and shit, and then we're like, oh, look at this black dude, and he like, speaking that Spanish shit, and then it's like, oh, I thought you was a regular nigga. What? No, man, I'm a black man, you know? You know what I'm saying? I'm a black man. I'm an original man. I'm an earthling. I was here on this earth. This my, you know what I'm saying? I'm from them suns. I'm from the stars. This is my planet. You know what I'm saying? I'm an original man. The woman, I'm an original woman. You know what I'm saying? We all connect like that. But once we start getting to that point of we want to start judging each other or how we look and skin tone, listen, we all black. We all black. One of my sons is darker than the other. I'm raising them both. Y'all both black. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, it ain't no... Yeah. I mean, y'all brothers, but shit, y'all black brothers. Shit, y'all represent the black race. Y'all represent my last name. Y'all represent this family. This is our tribe. Because niggas like to be tribes and all kind of shit. This is my tribe. And goddamn, you represent this black race. This is your race. Oh, the white man created race. You know, okay, well, beat him at his fucking game. Stop being a coward. Stop being a coward. You know what I'm saying? Because Saturday, today, I mean, right now, we just talking right now. We're about to do a break in a few. Guest calling number 646-716-4654, the Black Woman Appreci Love You Show. And we about like 8 minutes into the break. Once we get back in from the break, then we're just going to shower that black woman with nothing but love and appreciation. But right now, we missed, so we got to get that war shit off our chest about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Smo. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. The structure. Let's talk about how to deprogram the black man. Because we can't speak on deprogramming the black woman. So let's talk about deprogramming that black man. Because raising him up to be a god. Because as we raise this black woman up to be a god, we cannot forget that sometime in this society, we got this weird mentality of raising one up and then ignoring the other side, assuming they already know. And then they end up growing up not knowing who they are. So we got to raise both up, but since we are men, let's build on ways and steps to build that black boy up into manhood. Maybe there's a mother out there who have a son, no father, and she want to know, how can I even raise him up to being a man? So speak on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, change the way, what your kid is presenting to the world, you got to change what they take in. You know what I'm saying? So, like especially with, boys, I can remember being young, 12, 13, 14, being mad influential. And, back then it was a little different. We didn't watch as much TV as, kids now do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you see, but I can remember, watching videos and, listening to rap songs, seeing cats in the street, nice cars or whatever, whatever the case may be, whether it was good or bad, you know what I'm saying? The point is like you're highly influential. So, I mean, a lot of it start with, what you watching, what you listening to, shit like that. Now, sometimes it might be difficult for a kid. You're like, oh, man, you can't listen to the curses or, I don't think it's that. I think as a parent where, your kid is listening to certain shit, you engulf yourself in it. You don't have to become it, but understand what they listening to. So if your kid listening to Soulja Boy, go pop a Soulja Boy in and see what the hell Soulja Boy talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then talk to your kid about it. Because if you could take it in and you could...
Wait. So let's get into that. So now your kid listening to the Soulja Boy, you said, talk to him about that. So give me an example of that conversation.
See, I need a Soulja Boy Rob or something, you know what I'm saying? But, like, what I'm saying is this. I don't want nothing to be general. So if that person listening and then you're saying, well, they have a conversation with them about it, what I'm saying is illustrate that. Give me an example or show me what you mean by having that conversation. Because a lot of times people will say, if I'm talking to my son, let's say I go listen to, we've been using Soulja Boy, I listen to Soulja. I I go listen to this shit, and I don't like what I'm hearing. The first thing I want to know is why my son like that. So I'm gonna ask him, what is it that you like about that? And then I will go from there. You know what I'm saying? And then I try to identify with him what is wrong with what he's listening to. So whatever themes he has within that music or that I specifically listen to, we'll talk about it so he can understand what he's listening to. It ain't so much about taking all of his shit away from him and not letting him have it or because we know what that breeds. The kid gonna go outside and do it. He's gonna go sneak into it. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, it's too late once they get caught up in some shit. So I would be more so I would take the direction.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's true. See, I disagree with that a little because when I was coming up, we were deprived of everything. You see what I'm saying? Growing up as a Naya Rasta, and we were deprived of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't eating meat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to. That's not a deprivation, not eating meat. But tell the truth, none of it is deprivation. But I'm just giving you an example of somebody who might be on the outside looking in. We wasn't eating meat, so all of the Big Macs and Whoppers and all of the McNuggets, when all them shits was first coming out, I remember when they all first came out, but we didn't participate in none of that. You know what I'm saying? Jordans, when they first came out, cross colors. I remember Parasucos. Even though I was older with Parasucos, but, by then I was already beat out of that shit. Like, I can't afford that shit. It didn't make sense. But the point is, I've always wore shoes from Payless as a kid. Never had the name brand shit, unless it was a hand-me-down from my cousins. You know what I'm saying? But because even though I did do my own little cruddy shit, you know what I'm saying? So you still might be making a point too, but it's like, but I never had an urge, like I never felt like bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Or I never felt like, damn, I wish I had Jordan. I'm about to
because y'all didn't have it. It wasn't part of your reality. But a kid who done tasted the life, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? It's different for them. You know what I'm saying? It's different from where it's like my homeboy right next to me come out with Jordan every day, and I don't got him. And me and him is like tight. I need them. Right. It's a different shit. When you're in a world where it's like my mother don't wear them, my sisters, my cousins, everybody in my circle, they don't give a fuck about that. So it's different for somebody like that. But where it's like everybody over here got on LeBrons and KDs and this and that, and you busting out with Payless, it's a different feeling, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I try to speak from a person who already had a taste of that, who's listening to the music and is turning out and tattooing their face because Gucci did it.
No, you're from that level, but now it's clearer to where you're talking from. Because that's one thing to let the listeners know, that me and you are coming from two different worlds. You see what I'm saying? With two different ways we came up. So a lot of times when we are speaking from the perspective of the other side. And funny, real quick, me and my lady was talking, and we were talking about our roots, right? So her perspective was she's sick of it because she feels like these shows is programming us to be submissive to white people, right? Where I'm like, well, where you coming from for that? Because I'm thinking that you watching Roots, that should make you boil your blood to say, yeah, man, fuck these crackers for life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming from the Pan-African revolutionary side of the aspect. But she's coming from the society side. So she's like, somebody can look at it and see how the enslaved Africans who's being submissive to the cracker, not dealing with all of the hell that come with it, somebody could look at that and be like, well, look how dumb they are. Why they running? If they just listen to what he said, look how nice he is. You know what I'm saying? His foot would have, look, now your dumbass, now your fucking foot getting cut on, dummy. If you would have just listened. So when she said that, I said, you know what? That's deep. I would never have thought that. You know what I'm saying? Because of how I grew up. And I feel like a lot of times, too, people like to stand off of their own like Bob Marley said, a fool stands on their own misunderstanding. So I would be a fool to be living the way I grew up and then hear your perspective on how you grew up and then, no, nigga, you wrong. This is the better way. It's not about right and wrong. It's about hearing both sides of that equation, and then somewhere in the middle you can take from here and take from there. You know what I'm saying? So
I know we about
good
to break, but
it's understood.
I know we about to break, but just to speak on the slave movies, the only problem I have with the slave movies is that we ain't benefiting off of them. And all type of stories get told through movie, whether it's good, bad. The good, bad, and ugly gets told through movies, fantasies, whatever. We not profiting off of it, and that's the problem. But I don't care if somebody want to make a Roots, somebody want to make another fucking slave movie, fuck it. But it got to be us that's making the money off of it and telling the story. That's the problem.
Right. See, the thing I don't like about the whole complaining about this movie is when the person complaining is saying, like in Snoop, yeah, it's like they always want us to look a certain way, and they never make movies making us look this way. And I'm like, why are you speaking as a person with no power? You see what I'm saying? And him and Roland Martin, right? These are two grandfathers. Let's keep it all the way a buck. These are two grandfathers bickering on social media like little children. And then we'll turn around and look at the children and say, why they not acting more mature? Well, maybe because the adults aren't. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is they should have came together and said, you know what, I say this about Roots, you say that about Roots. Hey, let's come together, let's pull our bread, let's pull our resources, let's pull the people that you know, the people that I know, and let's create our own shit. Why complain? Why in 2016 are we complaining about shit when we have the power to do all of this shit? We're not in the position to be complaining no more. We are in the position of power. So instead of us flexing our power and using our power, we don't. Even that Nat Turner movie, the joint called Birth of a Nation, everybody celebrated the fact that brother was able to sell his film. I'm trying to figure out why you ain't just bring this shit out. And you know what I'm saying? Was it just a concept or the whole shit wasn't filmed? Like, I don't know how that shit works. But we got to stop selling our shit to these crackers to send back out there. Because they'll check it water, they'll shelf this shit. We'll never see that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start to get on the mantra of power. Yeah, let's get on power, yo. Let's get off that accents. Like again, when you walk past a white person, like how it was back in the day, it ain't like that right no more because the cars are different. Back in the day, when you walk by a white person, they used to lock their doors. You'll hear them cluck, 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 all that shit. And we was taught by the Jesse Jacksons of the world that we should be offended by that. We should be offended if a white person is in the elevator, but when we get on, they want to run off. We should be offended if they clutch their purse. We should be offended, and we should never have been offended by that. That's them feeling uncomfortable. That's them and their guilt. We're supposed to always live our life and always be us unapologetically. But what happened is we got bred down to believe that we're supposed to accommodate the feelings of white people. We're supposed to make sure that white people feel comfortable around us. That's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to make white people feel as if anything. We're supposed to make them feel anything other than comfortable. And we're never supposed to make them feel comfortable. They're always supposed to feel uncomfortable around us. But we're never supposed to feel uncomfortable around them. Unless they outnumber you. And that's different. So the guest calling number is 646-716-4654. the Black Woman Appreci Love Your show. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to smother that black woman with love. So, until then, let's do it.
They be like, everybody talking about, Flea, what you gonna do? And do what I want when I want. Okay. Welcome back. Yo, he wanted to play with me, man. I played with triggers. Took the oven off my waist, started baking niggas. Doctor brought him back to life. I'm like, I'm breathing niggas. Went in the ER, told him stop saving niggas. Hood investor, silver Tesla. Check my dresser, I'm the best dresser. Who dress better? Salad nigga, you dress letters. Which is a dress, how I dress them like you address letters. Kanye daughter, pink fur and white tee. Sorry, Mike, the kids wanna be like me. Like me, make a movie, no Spike Lee. Tell girls politely, come to the crib and sightsee. And they be like, and I'll be like, I hit your girl with the fall away. Tell her, look, we gon' have a ball today, all the way. Or she say, yeah. And I'll be like, and she be like, we turn it up. Oh yeah. Cut your wrist, I cut the deck. I sell corporate, cut the shit, cut the check, right? You used to beatbox and weed spots. Me, I turn Reeboks to free box. Kicks are like heroin or green tops. Either way, I had the line rap 3 blocks. Only thing you shooting, man, is cheap shots. I tell models, please squat, eat cock, slurp. And they be like, play with me, you need not. Shit, I got more flavor than a peacock. Don't listen in and get eavesdrop. Seen his crew, middle finger, I greet them all. You, and you, I'm talking to all 3 of y'all. Tell strippers, look, I believe in y'all. Call me Mariana, let's see them all. I'm treating y'all. And they be like, and she be like, soon as they see me, I do it like I'm doing it for TV. Believe me, it's easy, they like. Girls like, they looking like. I go anywhere and burn it down. I told honey, look, I get money, turn around. She was like, and I was like, oh yeah.
So rugged, but the hoes love it. Cold-blooded, niggas don't want it. My jewels, gold clustered and stone studded. Bitch in the shower, bone crushing and soap studded. Everybody dead, dipsets, most wanted. And I still got a boatload of coke coming. Selling that Nino Brown, getting that G money. Nickel rock key money, half OC money. Let me chill, cause niggas got that speak money. Talk to police money, get out of jail free money. You got that no tabiang, I got that capiche money. Got that where the fuck is my title, you got that lease money.
And they be like, and she be like, soon as they see me, I do it like I'm doing it for TV. Believe me, it's easy, they like. Girls like, they looking like, go anywhere and burn it down. I told honey, look, I get money, turn around. She was like,
And never forget, anybody can control a woman's body. See? But the key is to control her mind.
What's going on? What's going on? We're back. This is your man, Rasta B. You are tuning in to In Black America Radio because you're in Black America. The topic is the Black Woman Appreci Love Your show. We're going to shower the black woman with appreciation and love. We're going to let her know what it is that we love about her. What are the things that we love about the black woman? Let's give her praise. You see? That way, maybe when she hear the black man saying the things that she do correctly, she's smart enough to take those and build upon that. You know? How can we say that we want the black woman to elevate, to rise up, to become that in that God status, when the only thing she hear is criticism of what she ain't doing, what she ain't doing, what she ain't doing, what she ain't doing, what she ain't doing. Well, you ain't giving me nothing to build off of. So today's show we're gonna try to do that. But before we do that, you know we gotta bring my man Smoke in. Smoke, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yo, you know what I was thinking, man, while you talking? You know what I'm loving about black women right now? Like I see them dropping the weave and shit. Like that shit is it's been a slow process, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's like you see more sisters with like the little natural tools or whatever, whether it's, you know, a cut or whatever, however they doing it, whether it's locks or whatever.
That's
a lot of them is dropping that down. And they be looking good, you know what I'm saying? A little shortcut, a little fro, locks or whatever, you know what I'm saying? However your flavor is, you know what I mean? I've been seeing the girls with the simple pull back or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
To me, it's brave. And it shows strength. You know what I'm saying?
You can't go wrong with braids.
No. I said brave. And it shows strength.
Braid your hair, right?
Brave. No, B-R-A-V-E.
Oh, okay. I thought you said braid.
Yeah. Nah, I'm saying it shows bravery. It shows you brave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It shows strength. Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
confidence, you know what I'm saying?
In confidence, you know what I'm saying? Like even with my children's mother, when I met her, you know what I'm saying, her hair was all permed out, you know what I'm saying, straight and all that stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying, she looked good with her hair, you know, like that. But during that time, I saw a lot of head down, eyes down, like eyes low, but she'll look up, you know what I'm saying, like, you know. But now with her hair natural. You see what I'm saying? It's I'll hear her say how hard it is to maintain it. And I'll hear her say how, like, sometimes, like, with my sister, because she's natural, will come in and compliment her. She'll be like, oh, I need to hear that, because sometimes I be feeling like, getting it perm. But so I understand that sometimes she might have a struggle with it. And knowing that and seeing her sticking with it, I also see the strength in her, because now when she talks with her head up. You know what I'm saying? She have her blog talk show, you know what I'm saying, which is called Spoken Girl, or, a blog talk. So y'all can type Spoken Girl, SPOKENGIRL, and listen to her talk. You know what I'm saying? She's doing her thing on the blog talk. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what it is.
Yeah,
you always gotta salute that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Spoken Girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like what I was wanting to say while you was talking and shit was just like, she being herself, and that's what I like about black women. You know what I'm saying? When they be themselves, you know what I'm saying? When they be themselves, it's much easier. You don't gotta switch it up and do it. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so she's being herself,
and
that's more. It's her natural self. Easy work. Easy to be yourself.
You ain't gotta think about it. You don't gotta hide from the guy because you're not. He catching you being real, so now you have to go back to being fake. No, be yourself.
Right.
Love the man that loves you. You love the man, you know what I'm saying, and be yourself. If the man that you with only fucks with you when you put makeup on, and you feel like I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, come on, son. If your girl stops wearing makeup and doing all that, and you got that big of an issue with it, you probably fool.
Yeah.
Like, go sit down somewhere, man. You need to drop her.
When I met my children's mother, she was mad. She was skinny. Probably bucket some change. She had my first son, Rasta. She done ballooned up to like 200 and some change, right? Or maybe 200. I know she got huge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I never looked at her and was like, damn, she fat, or damn, she this, damn, she that. I still looked at her, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. My whole thing was this.
That's the process.
No, that's the process. But no, my whole thing was this. Me saying hello to you is because I'm attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to base why I'm with you because of your looks anymore. Because I said hi to you because I'm attracted to you. So now I'm digging deeper into who you are to why I want to be with you. You see what I'm saying? So this is what a lot of men, you know what? I'm not even going to say have to do. That's what, if you really listen to men, ladies, that's what a lot of men does. Y'all just keep listening to what men are on TV. And that's where y'all get that information from and what men are according to magazines. So y'all keep on
you said woman pregnant.
Hold on, Smoke. Wait, Smoke. Build on how the misconception of what a man wants or like about the woman. Well, we talk about the black woman, about the black woman, what they get from the TVs and the magazines in comparison to reality. Let's build on that real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying let's build on the misconception of what black men want. Guest calling number 646-716-4654, the Black Woman Appreci Love You Show. Let's build on television when you see, well, I want my woman to have a threesome. But in reality, I want my woman to make dinner and to keep the house clean. You know what I'm saying? But then she says, "Hey, boo, I got another girl for you." And you're like, that's cool, but what I really want is no arguing.
Yeah, I think men really want substance from a black woman. You know what I'm saying? As a black man, you want things of substance. So it's like
substance.
All right, being able to cook, that's substance. You know what I mean? You can cook for if you have a kid, you can cook for him. You cook for yourself. You can cook me something.
Right.
You can cook for my parents. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can see. You know what I mean? It's tangible or whatever.
But it's also control. It's also control because guess what? I'm not you taking me away from McDonald's. You taking me away from any girl that you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, shit, my woman, she cooks, yo.
Yeah.
That's how it was in our era.
Right.
You know that, right? In our era, it was about food. In this era, I don't know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not part of this era.
It's about shit that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your girl look fat asses. That is like the main theme when it comes to women. Oh, you know that's what they all talk about. You see women getting surgeries, and you know they always talking about Nicki Minaj ass, J-Lo ass, just ass. But what is having a fat ass really gonna do outside of looking? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's pleasant to the eye. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't really substance. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of girls that look good. You know what I'm saying? That got a fat one or got huge breasts or whatever it is that you looking at physically. You know what I'm saying? It's more about that.
Yeah, but see, all of that comes from society. And all of that shit comes from TV. You see what I'm saying? So my whole shit is, at the end of the day, it's like, we got to look at it as, okay, that's television. My whole thing is, how do we get that black woman to move away from, I want to help my man, or I want to whatever for my man, according to what TV say, move away, listen to what your man's saying, so he can tell you what it is he wants, what it is that he love about you. Now, we got a caller that's calling in. Caller, 770-882. You're live in.
Hello?
What's your name and where you calling from? Yes?
Hi, this is Lovely Brown. I was listening to you guys and I want to take a comment. I'm doing good.
How you doing?
This is my first time being able to catch the show live, so I wanted to utilize my, it being live by making a calling in and supporting.
Okay, great.
I wanted to make a comment, though, about the black woman and the natural hair that Smoke had brought up. And I would like to say, I'm Rasta B's sister, so I am natural. But when I first went back to natural, I should say, and I would go out on dates, I used to flat iron my hair because I wasn't sure if, the guy would like me with natural hair or not. So it was still like I wasn't brave enough to even say, okay, well, this is what I want to do. Let me just, like Rasta B was saying, love the man who loves you, accept the man who accepts you. And coincidentally, the man that I'm with now, when we first went out on a date, when he first saw me, it was just out the fluke. I had my natural afro rocking. We went on a date. I was like, F it, this is it, I think, I was pressed for time, so I couldn't put on makeup or anything like that. So that's just what he knew me as. And he's like, no, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. So even when I try to revert back to like, oh, well, let me flat iron my hair, he's like, okay, that looked good. But when you're going to rock your fro again, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes as women, we think, like y'all was saying, we think men want a certain look, because that's what society is putting out there for us. You know what I'm saying? But when you with a real man, it's like, I don't care if you have weave down to your ass. Like, who told you that's what I want? Or, stuff like that. So.
All right, let me ask you a question. Miss Lovely Brown. So when saying that society is promoting this, can you give me some outlet in which you're getting this information from society, that the black woman gets this information from?
Well, honestly, I would say it would just be mainly from television, quote-unquote reality TV, especially out here in Atlanta. So many reality TV shows based here that, you go to Kroger just to go to the grocery store and chicks is in bodycons and high heels and, because that's what Real Housewives of Atlanta is promoting or whatever, Love and Hip Hop or whatever, and then you get into that mindset of...
Not to cut you off. But you know what? I'm glad you said that because I was in the mall the other day, and I don't really be in the malls like that, but I wanted to pick up a shirt, and I said, you know what, let me just go to the mall and pick up a shirt. And it's like every damn, like the kids, like during a certain age, they all dressing like the rappers. And I'm seeing these kids walking, and they all look like Lil Wayne's and Migos. I'm like, how do they even walk around like that all day? It's like, oh, okay, so that's, okay, I thought I was tripping. Okay. So let me ask you another question.
No.
So, what? Okay, so what qualities of a woman would the black woman want the black man to acknowledge? Like, what is it? What is something from the stance of a black woman? What is something that you would appreciate the black man? This is all generally speaking, to appreciate of the black woman.
Well, generally, I would hope every black woman would think like this, but from my perspective, intelligence. I know that's something that's valued in my relationship is the ability to have a thought, to have a stance and an opinion about things, and having a general, intelligence. And another thing I would say would be respect and a voice, which all kind of goes into with intelligence, being able to be yourself as well as being able to have an identity in your relationship as well as be a part of the relationship, and it's not conflicting.
So that's what you would want the black man to know.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Excuse me? I said, so that's what you want. I said, so that's what you would want the black man to know.
Yes.
To want to acknowledge and pay more attention towards. Okay.
Yes.
Because
pay
I believe
attention
that's
and
necessary.
Respect the knowledge,
right.
The intelligence, the independence, or not necessarily, well, the independence, but I meant the opinion is what I meant, the word that I meant to say. The opinion, respect and intelligence so that we can build collectively. It's not a battle. I feel like as women sometimes we look at it as a battle, and I even did that in my past relationships. It's like it's like I have a stance like we're against each other, when in actuality we're supposed to be working together. We're on the same team. And once you realize that you're on...
Let me ask you a question. What? Let me see how I'm going to ask this question. What? Well, where did the notion, from your earliest memory, when did the notion arise in your mind that the black man is your competition?
From as young as I can remember.
You said as long as you can remember?
Yeah, I would say if we're talking about on a romantic level, as far as in a relationship, I would say it was something that was, you kind of pick up on as a child, looking at your parents' relationship, if that was a good relationship or not, or even the teachings of your mother as a woman talking to a daughter. Oh, you make sure this man doesn't do this, and you know, hello?
Yes. They had to drop a bomb on that. That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
No,
because I'm driving, so I can't tell if it's outside.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I understand, and make sure you keep your eyes on the wheel. But it's just amazing to think that, wow, like, so since a child, this is brewing in the black woman.
That's crazy.
To prepare herself for that black man. This is
and it's not. I don't know if it's necessarily the intent, but it's definitely something when you're raised hearing niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? When you become of an age where you're interacting with men, you're automatic on the defense. Oh, he must want something from me. Oh, he must be trying to take. You know what I'm saying? So you have to deprogram yourself, and I'm just now getting into the process of doing that. And thank God I have a patient, strong black man who's like, no, you know, we're together, we'll work on this together. But it's definitely a deprogramming of, you know, because the first thing is like, even when a man asks, you know, hey, how are you? Oh, you want my number? You know, like it's always something. It's a defense as a woman. When a man just wants to approach you and say, hello, how are you? You know, how do you receive that? You know, how do you receive a man opening a door for you? How do you receive a man, you know, wanting to step up and take care of certain things without you thinking, oh, he must want something, or, you know, he must be gay, or he must be, you know, because he was raised to think.
So is it automatically once you're in the vicinity, once you seeing, it's always alert once you see the black man?
It's always a what?
Like an alert pops up in your head, like,
honestly,
I need to keep my radar.
I don't know if it's an alert. I don't know. I want to say I just think when you're, you know, it's environmental behaviors, right? So when you're accustomed to hearing certain things and you're accustomed to seeing certain interactions when it comes to the opposite sex, it's an innate ability when you're in that position. It's just kind of like, you know, if you see, for example, I'm in education. I'm a teacher. I currently teach 6th grade. These girls, you know, if a guy likes them or whatever, they rude to them, you know, and I know they and it's not like in a sexual way, but it's, you know how it is when you're younger.
Yeah. But
they, you know, it's just like, oh, this is my boyfriend. So it's like, come here, boy. You know, it's like aggressive yelling and carrying on. I'm like, why do y'all act like that? But that's what they see on TV. That's how they see their mom interact with other males. And the guys just be like, you know, and I'm like, you know, they physically hit them, like play hitting and stuff. And I'm like, why do y'all allow the girls to do that to y'all? And it's just like, oh, that's just what they do. She don't really mean it. So it's like, it's weird to even see our youth in that type of interaction because that's what they see. When they turn on the TV, loving hip hop, I'm cursing you, I'm throwing your stuff out the window, and then the next day we fucking and everything. You know, that's just the nature of the beast of a relationship. Is that chaos? So, yeah, it's deep. It's deep.
Well, thanks for the call, Lovely Brown. That was a wonderful call. That was deep, and we definitely be able to do it.
Well, thank you for accepting my call. I'm going to have to try to start listening live more often, and maybe I can be a guest speaker or something.
Yeah, shout out to your man, too, you know what I'm saying? Holding us down on that side.
Yeah. Peace to the God. All right. So,
All right.
So, all right, peace.
All right, peace.
Yeah, so that was trippy. You know what I'm saying? That was really trippy. Like, see, looking at it from a 35-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Guest calling number 646-716-4654 in Black America Radio. The Rasta being Smoke. The topic: the black woman appreciate love yourself. We bringing out the goodwill and that spirit to that black woman today. We're going to big her up today because I know y'all get a lot of hate. For what? That's a bunch of confused dudes who don't know no better. So let's shower y'all with some of that love. So it's crazy to know that these little girls are being groomed to hate that black man. That in the sixth grade, that's crazy.
Well, that's been going on for decades because, you know, it's not like she in high school, you know what I'm saying? She teaching the youth, you know what I'm saying? So she's seeing that now, but speaking back from
sixth grade is what? Middle school.
Yeah, that's elementary. Well, in New York, that's elementary. Then you go to middle school, 7th and 8th, and then, but you know what I'm saying?
I thought elementary was 5th. That was the end of elementary. Then middle school is.
It wasn't like that It might be different for different schools. I know my school was 6th grade. Then I went to junior high, 7th and 8th. Then 9 through 12. You know what I'm saying? It's high school or whatever. But you know, the point being is like she's speaking from a youth, and you know it might have been you know, like speaking as you know about her youth, you know her childhood. If you know the things that might have been going on was different, but she still had that same you know feeling that these kids that she's teaching now are growing up to have. You know what I'm saying? So these is like decades apart. So it's like you know that attack on them has been going on. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new. It's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we at the worst part of it now. So it's like all of the attacks are like coming together at one point. So when you look at the black woman, you see a lot of things that are happening. You know what I'm saying? But we got to understand where it's coming from. We got to have compassion for her, and we got to respect her. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what it is.
But watch this, Smoke. How many of us knew that it starts that young? And
I mean, we say it.
Wait, but look, some of y'all men to blame too. And not the men that's not there. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the men that teach their daughter the quote-unquote game. And I teach my daughter the game. Well, I teach my daughter how to play these niggas. Yeah, we like there's a lot of poison being put into that woman because they know that woman, that's the queen bee. Everybody, all these other worker bees buzz around her. They know that. But instead of y'all raising these girls up to respect and be a strong woman, to match these boys that y'all keep teaching to respect the woman, ain't that some weird shit, Smoke? They keep teaching the boys to respect the girls, but teach the girls to disrespect the boys.
That's chaos, you know what I'm saying? That's just causing chaos, you know what I'm saying? And she spoke of that. Like, you know, she might have not been making that point to call her, but it's like, you know, the girls is hitting the boys, and the boys, like, that's what she's doing. Wait, what are we for? To hit girls? No, right? Right.
But the girls is dogging you out and hitting you. Why is she hitting you? Because she see her moms them do that to her brother. I'm not even going to say to the man, mom screwing. I'm not even going to say that. But we damn sure know if the father ain't in the house, when the boy's acting up, it's the mother going upside the boy's head. So it's the little girl seeing the mother go upside the boy's head, and then seeing in school the teacher saying, "Get your ass out of the class and go to the damn principal office." Then we seeing black boys shot down dead. Then we seeing black boys in the gang and committing crime. Then we seeing black boys go to jail. So then there's no respect to this goddamn black.
And when you add all that shit together, that equals niggas ain't shit. And the caller said those exact words, you know what I'm saying? Made a reference to that exactly. So, and that's basically all it is. You know, they're taught that niggas ain't shit, but it's destroying them. You know what I'm saying?
because we're our protection. We day protection. If you sit over there now and you look at your warriors and say, y'all niggas is weak, y'all niggas pussy, then guess what? When these other nations come at your ass, we're not going to be there to protect you. You got to build that man up. That man got to build that woman up. But quiet as kept, there's a lot of black men that's out here trying to build that woman up. There's a lot of black women out here with knowledge of self, whose eyes is open, who's looking for black men. But you got to understand, sisters, sometimes you might have to get that man that you can work with and build him up. But a lot of people don't want to build the other person up. And a lot of people don't want to be built up. But when you find that match of the person who you can build up, and as you build them up, they feel good, like, you know what, I like being built up. It feels way better than how I was before, then y'all going to be able to do what y'all got to do. But if you're dealing with somebody that as you try to build them up, they try to tear you down, run. Run.
Away, fast. Ball.
Because still can only stop him still. Yeah. Still can only stop him still. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But another thing I love about that black woman is her I love her mind. You know what I'm saying? When her mind is right, I love her mind. Because when you're around a black woman, her mind is right, and she could get, when she get focused, she's focused. When she's dedicated, she's dedicated. When she's driven, she's driven. You see what I'm saying? And that's
when they like that, it's like they can create their own shit. So you see women, you know, having billion dollar businesses, they can do all that. But like when they in a relationship, let's say with, you know, they got a man and their man is working and he have ideas. A lot of times they bring the ideas together. So they'll be coming in listening to what you're saying and shit. They like, well, what you do, blah, blah, blah. And you like, word. Yeah. And you'll come in and they'll just bring the ideas together. So they powerful.
Record keeping. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the records and the paperwork.
Keeping everything going smooth. And she's stroking up her own shit.
All I got to do is put the hard labor in. She handled the books, the money, the finances, all of that shit. Because let me tell you, that black woman have that whole shit in line when her mind is right. When her mind is right.
Because you know why? Let me tell you. I was thinking about like the mind and the strength together, because I was thinking like during a break or whatever, like, you know, black women, they'll stand on a point and they'll stand on that shit to the end. And that goes into the, you know what I'm saying, into that, you know, when they focus, when they have a goal in mind, they ain't going for that goal. So if, you know, the energy of, you know, being strong and having that aggression towards men or just in general, they can focus that aggression on the goal. You know, when they do that, they accomplishing whatever. You don't never see them fail. And that's the thing. When they put their mind to it, they're going to do that shit. And you see that shit every day with just the average girl.
It'll be sloppy. Some of that should be sloppy. Some of that should be sloppy, unorganized, unprofessional, but it's working. You see what I'm saying? It's doing what it got to do to take care of it. And that's where a good man come in at. So that's where a good but hold on. I was saying that's where a good man come in, and then he'll be able to straighten that whole shit out. You see what I'm saying? And get everything running smoothly.
Yeah.
But I done seen women have sloppy shit going on and taking care of like 5 kids. But they taken care of. But if she had somebody to really organize this shit, she can make some crazy money. But hey, you know what I'm saying? So
that's just working together. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes in at, because a lot of times, as a person, you don't have everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna have your strengths, you're gonna have your weaknesses, and that's where your partner comes in at. So you have your woman there. She identifying where you weak at. That's what strong women do. They see where you weak at. Like, man, this nigga need to do that, and they go right in there and fix it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get in the way of the shit that you doing good. They don't get in the way of that. They like, let me fix what this nigga be fucking up on, or let me beat a little back into that. Let me strengthen it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's what black women, black man relationships supposed to be. Supposed to be playing off each other. Whatever you do good, continue doing that. I'll just try to help you make that better. What you do weak, we fix that, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about preying on each other's weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? You know your girl ain't confident, so you just do shit to her to break down her confidence so you can do whatever you want to her. Nah, it ain't about that. We can't prey on each other, man. We get preyed on enough in these streets, man. We just spoke about the boy getting run down, people chasing him, and he died. You know what I'm saying? There's countless stories out here. We get preyed on in the street. We can't be preying on each other, and that's what you see constantly with black men and black women.
What they say about a divided house?
It's going to fall. It's going to crumble.
So if we all know that, then what the fuck are you fighting against me for? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, when that black woman is in her right mind, beautiful things can happen. So that's why I want to put it right back into the appreciation part, because that's what it's about right now. I just want to talk about that black woman in her right mind. I want to talk about that black woman that'll cook, you know what I'm saying? And make sure dinners dish out your plate, you know what I'm saying? And make sure the kids is fed, making sure they're eating a real meal. They're not eating a bunch of bullshit that's making them fat and clogged up and all kind of. No, she's checking their bowels. You know what I'm saying? This black woman is a doctor. She's a healer, I should say. She's a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to raise that black woman up, because if you don't raise this black woman up, then you have to understand every generation is coming out of trash. You dig what I'm saying, Smoke? If you don't raise that black woman up and you laying down with her and having babies with her, that means you having babies in trash. Right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong? How can you sit here and say, I'm not going to, she's going to be blessed? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, man. I be putting my hand on you, you know. I was trying to be on you, and I be talking like, yo, but you know, that's fact, man. You can't plant your seed and taint the soil, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you can't have I don't want her to be educated. I don't want her to go to school. I don't want her to get no degrees. If she know more than me, then she might, nigga, you worrying about the wrong shit. Let that woman build herself up. Because if you putting babies in her, you want that to be some good, fertile vibrations, energy, higher heights mentally. Because when that baby come out, you don't want no dodo head with your child. You have to look at it in the sense of, as a man, you have to look at it in the sense of, you're not going to have any control over how the baby grow up. So it's all on the woman. You know, not in the sense of that's the reality, but you have to look at it like that. And so now it's like, okay, do I trust this woman to be the mother? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you have to look at it like that. So it's like, we have to step up our standards to allow them to raise up, because we can't keep going for the bottom of the barrel just too, you know what I'm saying, and just allowing it because it's cool. Nah. But again, it ain't about bashing them, you know what I'm saying, because we understand the greatness that they come with, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, it's about uplifting them and them keep doing what they doing, because they have examples of that shit every day.
But what kind of sissy ass? Let's call it what it is. What kind of sissy ass shit is this? This vibe and vibration and technology that's going around in the black community, whether it's conscious or non-conscious. You know what I'm saying? Religious or secular. You know what I'm saying? Like, however you want to spin it. Spin that motherfucker wherever it point to. You know what I'm saying? What kind of weirdo shit is it that we don't honor our woman? How the fuck can you say that
like,
you a man?
I was thinking about this shit. I was thinking about this shit, and I think, like, a lot, too, especially, like, people who conscious, you know what I'm saying? Men who conscious. You know, we look at, like, you know, the feminist movement, and, you know, we do, you know, you understand that and shit like that. And you look at how pretty much the I don't want to say the attack, but the outlook towards black men coming from black women. Niggas ain't shit. And so now it's like, because you see it in the conscious community a lot, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, black men understand that shit. Now they see what things that's going on with black women, and now they can attack that. It's kind of like, all right, now I got to get you back for the last 30 years or longer, whatever. But, you know, of that mind frame of niggas ain't shit. Now bitches ain't shit. You see how y'all do, y'all talking about it. You know what I mean? It's that vibe. It's like,
see, I think that shit ran by homos, yo. Straight up. I think the patrilineal mind frame is like ran by gay men, and I feel like that whole feminism shit. Not the patrilineal. I'm not even gonna say patrilineal. I'm gonna say that macho, that alpha male shit is ran by some fucking body minders, and that fucking damn feminist shit is ran by lesbians, yo. Because my whole thing is this: I'm a man. I don't have to prove my manhood. I'm a motherfucking man. That's it. I have my boys. I'm raising my sons up. My woman is a woman. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When we come together, we come together. You know what I'm saying? When there's war, the war always come in my opinion, when it gets to the point where it's like you want to step into a man's realm. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Then it get into an argument. Because me personally, I'm the type of person like this. Hey, if I'm wrong and you prove me wrong, I don't have no problem saying, oh, shit, damn, I was wrong. It don't change who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? So when I be hearing these men, they on this whole ranting and this whole anti-woman shit, that shit to me sounds like you're being led by homos. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't get that shit. It's like it's like you driving in a car and the motherfucker cuts you off or some shit. You're like, stupid motherfucker, let me drive over here and see what the hell this is. Man, if you look and you see this shit
it's part of the feminization of the man. So it's like, you know, that's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that whole vibe. It's like where you're allowed to just like, you know, bros over hoes and, you know, all that shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
bros over hoes. That sounds gay.
Exactly,
Chicks over dick. Come on, man. That's weird. Come on, man. Like, come on. Now,
softening dudes up, man.
This is the game they play, Smoke. Let me explain to you what that means. No, Hebrews. Don't explain to me shit. What is the definition of this shit? Let's stand on the definition. Don't explain to me no shit. Because that shit sounds weird. Fuck out of here, man. I like women. What the hell? I'm not gonna sit over here, man. Hang with my niggas. My girl called me and say, hey, what's up? You coming through? Nah, fuck that. I'm chilling with my homies. No, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna holler at y'all niggas. I'm about to go find my girl. Yeah, this is my black woman, you know? And like I said, and it's not just about the body or the sex, nothing like that. But it is the talking, the vibe, the being able to do. Because this is what I love about black women. Just being able to breathe, lay down, and just be able to lay up under them and just feel that feminine energy, just calm you down. You know what I'm saying? Just make me fall asleep like a baby.
Yeah, chilling
you
with
know
them, talking to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Walking
when they right,
sitting in the park, whatever you doing and shit, just being around them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they add that extra element and shit. You know what I'm saying? That really that nobody else can really add and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like totally different when you vibe it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, motherfucker don't want to sit there and be arguing with you. You know what I'm saying? With your chick all day.
Yeah.
Going back and forth, especially about stupid shit. Shit that ain't real, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we play our parts in it, and then as men. And so, you know, we just got to look at ourselves and understand what we may be doing.
Nah, we're not doing all that. This is the Appreci Love Show.
Yeah.
Another thing that I like about the black woman is in her right mind, you know what I'm saying, dealing with my boys and my children and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, well educated, you know what I'm saying, well mannered, you know what I'm saying, even though she's not as strict on them as I am, you know what I'm saying, I try to keep my boys in check, you know what I'm saying, she keep them looped. So it's like, you know what I'm saying. Before we continue, we have 60 seconds left. Guest calling number 646-716-4654. You're going to have to call in to listen because it will shut off soon. But you can listen to the rest of the show on YouTube. Go to the YouTube page. That's In Black America Radio. Subscribe to the page, and you can get some of the shows that we upload, and you can get a lot of the shows that we and listen to the overage. Go ahead, so go say any outage, any outros.
Yeah.
to the people.
Man.
To the people.
Appreciate the black woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold her in the light she's supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's right. Peace. So now this is how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna lay out topics, and then we're just gonna build off. We're gonna build off the topic, but just really quick. You know what I'm saying? Just knocking out them shits, 'cause it's gonna be a couple of topics. Little black girls being raised to hate the black man. Go.
It's sick, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do something about that shit, man.
No. I'm talking about how when you heard that shit.
How I felt? I'm trying to dig into some solution shit, but I mean, what we talking about from the caller? I mean,
yeah.
That's to me, it's like, all right. It's a difference, like when you see it, you hear people that may refer to it, you know, but when you actually hear somebody, because it's not like the question was geared to where it would be like, okay, that's that's the answer she's gonna go down possibly with this question. You know what I'm saying? She was formulating her own thought and expressed that.
As a woman,
it was like,
as a black woman around children, seeing girls, looking at it on a woman's perspective.
It's shocking.
You see?
So it's like almost like, damn, yo. Damn,
yeah.
You know, it's like as a man, you could sit there and say that and be like, you know, it's speculation as a man. You know what I'm saying? But when a woman actually says that, then you understand. It's like, it's there. It's concrete.
Yo,
like,
wait. Take a pen right there. I'm about to bust you in the head. If your son is in class and a girl's hitting on him every day, what would you say?
I'll tell him, don't even stress that. You know what I mean? Don't.
No. I'm saying you'll be like the girl likes her. the girl must like you, right?
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
So what I'm saying is the different teaching. I'm just saying the different teaching. To the boy, when she's hitting you and dissing you, doing all this disrespectful shit to you, you're being told, oh, she's doing that because she likes you. But the girl is being told not to trust you and be actually control him and make sure you don't let this nigga breathe. But then we're why the fuck is she doing this shit to me? Yo, dog, that's because she like you, nigga. And we like, oh, that's what liking is? This how yo, it's like a toxic shit because we don't get it. We thinking that, wow, that's crazy, my G. Yo, the babies? Because at 35, we were also thinking like in our 20s. We thinking if we say the girls by the time they hit 20, then maybe we'll be able to show them. No, they've been learning this shit since 2. They've been learning that shit since 2 years ago. Like, get the fuck out of here. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? But that's why I always say when she's in her right mind. But that's why I always say that the black woman is God. You see what I'm saying? People sit here and be like, oh, the black woman ain't God, the black nigga. You stupid. The black man is God, and when he a backwards God, what is he? A dog, right? That's what we refer ourselves to, dogs, right?
Right.
Right? I want to make sure I'm correct, right? We're backwards God, so we call ourselves dogs, right? And the black woman is God, right? So she's backwards. So she's a backwards dog. But a backwards female dog is a bitch.
Yep. And
that's what the black woman call herself, right? My bitch, my bitch, my bitch. So a bitch, you see what I'm saying? So a bitch is a female backwards dog, and when the black man corrects himself and moves forward, and the black woman corrects herself and moves forward, then they both will be moving into their godlike status. But right now, the black man is moving as a dog, and the black woman is moving as a female dog, which is a bitch. So there you have it. There you have it. You know what I'm saying?
The breakdown by Rasta B.
You know what I'm saying? So shit, figure that shit out. That's why you got to listen to the show. You know, subscribe to the YouTube channel and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Leave comments, subscribe. All y'all people outside of the country that be listening, subscribe, leave comments, leave topics, things you might want us to speak on. That way, we could do the, you know what I'm saying, the research instead of the topic. You might have a situation where you're like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I'm in this scenario right here, and I'm just wondering, like, yo, how I get out, or I'm trying to get into the game, and I'm trying, you know, whatever, you know. It's a lot of stock.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we could just address shit directly, you know what I'm saying, pretty much. So it's like, you know, it's always good to have, you know, the input of, you know, somebody who listen and you know what you want to hear and shit. What you know what it is, you know, that you got going on. Like you said, you know, if we could be any help to anybody, you know what I'm saying, that's always a good thing, you know what I'm saying. So you would always encourage that, you know what I'm saying. Drop them joints on Twitter, you know what I'm saying. We got the In Black America joint on Twitter. You can go on Facebook, you know what I'm saying. You can comment under the videos or on the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying. Even Blog Talk has a little space you can go on and comment and all that. But you know, especially under the videos, you know, you can correspond right under the YouTube videos. You know, just view you know, listen to them. You disagree with something, you agree with something, and it's always something that we can go in there and read it and go back to it. You know what I'm saying? Or create another dialogue.
I got a question about something. I got a question about something, because you might be saying to yourself, like, yo, I'm in a situation and I'm trying to get out. Yo, I'm new and conscious into this thing, but I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I use this conscious shit to really better my situation? You know what I'm saying? You might need a conscious goddamn what they call it, like when you inside them little programs and you need somebody, like if you're about to relapse or some shit, you might need somebody to talk to. Cause like I say, still sharpens still. I've been in this for 35 years since birth. I reflect back on time in life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I reflect back. I don't reflect back into that all that other extra shit everybody else do. I reflect back on that LOS, living off experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do it. So, you know what I'm saying? You might have somebody out there, a little young buck out there, and struggling and ready to do some crazy shit that's going to land him behind jail for the rest of his life. But all he had to do was just sit down for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And just bust his ass and just sacrifice. And then the rest of his life could be golden. But he chose, because he couldn't sit down for 5 weeks. And, you know what I'm saying, on 5 days. And then he picked up a gun or some shit, and now he's doing fucking 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, before you make little silly-ass mistakes like that, yeah, get in contact with the show. Get in contact with the people. You know what I'm saying? Call in and ask a question. You know what I'm saying? You might say, hey, you never know, man. Just like my mother used to say, yo, ain't no question, stupid question. You'll definitely get an answer. You ain't going to get no spooky shit. You're not going to get no weird, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you one thing. Me, I operate above the curve. I don't operate behind the curve. So I'm not the type of person that like to solve the problem once you in it. Yo, I done shot 50 niggas in the camera with the police across the street and a film photographer taking a picture of me. How can I get out this picture out of this situation? But I'm not one of them type of people. I'm the type of person, I'll put you onto some shit and you jump on that shit and fucking a year later, that shit takes the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? By the time everybody else...
Live in reality, man. Live in reality, you know what I'm saying? So that's you'll get real responses. Every time.
The black woman with your mind open and on the right path, yo, you appreciate love you. Stay on that right path. Raise them babies. Raise your daughters up to love black men. You know what I'm saying? Not to be blind, not to be stupid, but not to hate. You understand? And the black man, we will continue to raise our sons to respect and to love these black women. Black women, raise your daughters up to start to love and respect these black boys. That way we have a race of babies that love the lady. That way we have a generation that come up that shows the respect that the black woman deserves, and the black woman can show the respect and the honor that the black man deserves. And then we can start to become that people that we are supposed to be again. So until next time, Saturday in particular, we'll hear from you again. The guest calling number is 646-716-4654. Smoke, you got anything to say?
Yeah, holler at us tomorrow, man. Saturday, we here, man. I don't know what we talking about, but you know, we always
probably want to get
you something fresh.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some real shit. Probably them papers or some shit like that. Into the paperwork, just some bills. I'm gonna figure something out, but we're gonna talk about something real though. We're gonna teach. We're never gonna teach that. So get ready for that. Right. So peace.
And never forget, anybody can control a woman's body. See? But the key is to control her mind.
Dude, there's nothing I would change about the Burger King grill dogs.
Same, nothing I would change either.
They're made with 100% beef. They got the grill marks on there.
Yeah, it's like grilled dogs. Oh. Grilled dogs.
Get a grilled dog now at Burger King, starting at just $1.99.